Hi guys, welcome back to the Porsche Network. In this video, we're going to be taking a closer look at my Porsche 911 991 Carrera S. In particular, 7 modifications that I've done on this car during my ownership. I've owned this car for 4 months, but I have done 7 modifications on the car, which I'll share with you in this video. I'll also share with you exactly how much those modifications cost and where you can buy the parts if applicable. As always guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the bell so you don't miss anything. You can also follow me on Instagram at tpn.tv. I'll put the link in the description below this video, but follow me on Instagram for daily Porsche content. The first modification that I did on this car was install this front, it's called an S Pasm splitter. This is generally found on Carrera models which have the S Pasm suspension package fitted, or on the turbo models as well. It's a bit more pronounced, it makes the front end look a little bit more aggressive. I personally think that the standard Carrera front bumper isn't all that aggressive, but this front splitter changes everything. It's more pronounced, it sticks out more, it just gives that more aggressive look, as I say, and it's not that expensive either. I paid in total £154 for this. Now be aware, because you can find these available on Amazon, on eBay for like £190. However, I'll show you here. This is the invoice. I don't know how well it's going to focus on that, but it's £154 right there. Granted, I am a Porsche Club member, so you do get 10% off, but it just shows you that it doesn't always pay to go to places like eBay or Amazon. Try your Porsche dealer, they may well give you 10% off even if you're not a Porsche Club member. But that was the first modification I did, and it's money well spent in my eyes. The second modification that I did on this car was change the alloy wheels. The wheels you see on the car right now, these are called Sport Techno 2 alloy wheels. There was a previous generation of Sport Technos for the 996. They brought them back with it, albeit a little bit different for the 991, and I think these look really good. These have contrasting centers, so if you notice, the spokes are kind of like a silver, like a diamond cut silver. On the insides of the spokes, we have like a grey colour. So I think that contrast really works on these wheels. But one thing I will say is that these were not the wheels that I originally modified on this car. In fact, this is the 4th set of wheels that I've actually put onto this car. Let me show you the other wheels that I've had on the car as well, and you can make up your mind as to which ones you think look best. Right, so I apologise because things are probably going to go a little bit shaky. But the first set of wheels that I put on this car were these wheels here. These are made by Uni Wheels. These are a one-off wheel for the Porsche 991. I'm fairly sure I'm going to be selling these very soon. So if anybody's interested, give me a shout. I'll be looking for around about £2,500 for these wheels, including the tyres as well. So these were the first wheels I put on. They look good looking at them right now. However, when you put them on the car, they kind of look like an old sort of 80s or early 90s Audi wheel. These spokes are just way too thick, and you can't really see the contrast between this pedal part of the wheel and the sides of the pedals as well. I have also tried mixing it up, maybe putting the pedals in black or the sides black. You should see that on screen right now, but I just wasn't really happy with the way that looked. Okay, so that was the first set of wheels that I put on the car. Incidentally, you know that the car originally had the standard Carrera wheels, okay? Then this is the second set of wheels that I put on the car. These are the Carrera Classics multi-spoke wheels. Again, they do look really good. I really like these wheels. However, they just didn't have that wow factor for me, so I'm probably going to keep these wheels. They do have winter tires installed, as you can see, but these are a very good wheel. I will be keeping a hold of these for winter use, as I say. So those are the 2 wheels that I've previously had on the car. Obviously we have the standard Carreras as well, but these are the Sport Technos, which I think do suit the car best out of all of the wheels I've tried. I'm sorry if the camera's very shaky right now. Let me know in the comments which wheel you think is best for this car. Now you may notice that these wheels fit really snug underneath the arches on this car, and that brings us to the third modification, lowering springs. I've lowered this car using IBAC springs. The springs themselves cost I think it was £363, and it cost me £475 to get these fitted by a professional. I'll show you this in a moment because we need to come to this in more detail. However, the springs lowered the car, I think it's 20mm on the front, 15mm on the back, and I think it really works. I didn't want to go too low. It's not as low as my 997, but it gives us a good amount of sort of lowering, but also because I've got that front end splitter on the front, we don't notice any scraping on any curbs or any speed bumps or anything like that. Now this is the invoice. I got these fitted by a local Porsche specialist, D&G. You can see what they've done there. Hopefully that will focus, but it gives you the rates and exactly what they've done. Interestingly, what they've done as well is they've also done an alignment, four-wheel laser alignment. So it tells you what the adjustment or the car setup was like pre-alignment and then also after the alignment as well. So you can see everything is perfectly aligned along with these wheels which have been fitted, balanced, and now everything looks nice and low and sporty. And when it comes to the way the car handles and performs when it's lowered, you don't notice any more bumps, any more rattles or vibrations or anything like that. The ride is still perfectly smooth. In fact, you get a little bit of better sort of ride if you're going around the corners on a twisty bend at speed. So I love a lowered car, so I will always lower my Porsches. But yeah, I would say it's definitely recommend that you do this modification if you want your car to look just that little bit more sporty and look that little bit more like a race car. Now I don't mind a bit of chrome on a classic car, but on a modern 911 like this, I just don't like chrome trims. So I've set about removing some of the chrome effect parts on the car. The first one was the washer jet covers here, which were originally finished in silver. So what I've used is a bit of gloss black called plastic coat. And what this does is it just sprays the cover in gloss black, and then you can peel off the surrounds, which is a safe way to paint your car without having to put it into a dealer. This costs about, I think it was like £7 or £8. I've also done the same to the back of the car, but I've used grey. Obviously we don't have washer jets on the back of the car, so I'll show you what I have done in grey on the back. So this is what I used for the back, and as you can see, I have sprayed the Porsche logo. This was all in silver. Incidentally, below this was the Carrera S badges, but I'm not that keen on having a busy rear end. For me, just simply the letters Porsche look really good, especially considering it's a slightly lighter color, but it's not chrome color ultimately. So I like it like this. For the sake of spending around about £15 on these two particular sprays, I think it changes ever so slightly just the way the car looks and gets rid of that kind of tacky chrome effect. So the fifth modification on this 991 is the side vinyl decals. This is open to interpretation. It's all subjective, whether you like it or not. Some people don't like them. I personally like the stripes on the side of the car. You can get them in all different colors. Ultimately though, this kit, I got it done by a local vinyl specialist. It cost me £160 to get fitted and supply and fit, sorry. You can get them in any color you want. I just thought the yellow might pop a little bit. I'm not entirely sold on it. The stripes do match the inside centers of the Sport Techno wheels. I might get them changed to a different color. I'm going to give it a few weeks just to see how I get on with it. But how do you feel about this side decal vinyls? Put a comment in the box below. So this next one's not really a modification, it's more of an accessory, but it is going in the car. I haven't even fitted them yet, but I thought I would just mention it in any case. These are really good quality mats by a company called Lux Mats. As you can see, you can't get them without the crest on, because sometimes people might think the crests look a little bit tacky, but these are obviously the rears. We've got the crests on both there. I'm going to fit these in a moment, and these are the fronts. We've got as you can see, we've got the Porsche crest on there as well. So I'm going to fit these now and let's see what they look like. So I've fitted the driver's side, and one thing I do like actually, let me show you what they look like. They will need a little bit of settling in, obviously it's a little bit raised at the end there, but you see you've got the Porsche logo right there. One thing I do like is the fact that you can remove these if it's not in summer, And then you can use these as a winter mat as well. So obviously these are easy to be cleaned, but obviously when summer, when you haven't got wet mud, etc. on your shoes, you can just pop these back in and they look pretty good. Now the seventh and final modification on this car, again, it's not really a modification, it's more of an accessory, which I think every Porsche 991 owner should have. And you see me going on about the iCarsoft tool with the 997. For the 991, these cars are a little bit more electronically advanced. They have a lot more electronic systems than say the 997. So for that reason, I would recommend the iCarsoft POR version 2.0. This deals with a few more systems. Obviously it deals with the main systems like engines, airbags, ABS, transmission, service resets, your maintenance resets. But this also deals with other systems like the battery registration, injector coding, brake bleeding, electronic park and brake, electronic throttle calibration, steering angle sensor. It also does DPF as well, but obviously not on the 911s because these cars are not diesel cars. But if you do want a diagnostic tool, if you want to maintain and look after your own 991, then that is the tool I would recommend. The link is in the description below. Now it also means, well, maybe fortunately for you, we have come to the end of the video. I really want to thank you for watching. With regards to future modifications on this car, there are a couple of things that I might get done. I might get a remap done, maybe for a little bit of extra brake horse. I think we can probably stretch this to around about 420 brake horsepower, 415, 420. Potentially increase the throttle and get a better throttle response as well. Although this car does have the sport mode, that does give you better throttle response, but I do feel you can get more out of this car with regards to the throttle response. So maybe a remap, probably costing about maybe 300, 400 pounds. And potentially, if I can get a set for the right price, the bucket seats for these cars. The bucket seats for the 991s are my favorite bucket seats of all time. I think they just look fantastic. In the GT3s, obviously you wouldn't get the GT3 lettering above the on the headrest, but I think they do look fantastic, and that is what I'm maybe looking to do going forward with this car. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram at tpn.tv. I'll put the link in the description. You can also subscribe to this channel for more hints, tips, reviews and guides. I try to post weekly Porsche content. It's quite difficult at the moment because my work is quite busy, but I will always try my very, very best to get a video out for you guys Saturday at 4 p.m. Thanks for watching. I'll see you real soon.